from screwed. He GG'd.
Did indeed.
Um,
Yeah, I somehow the supplies evened up during that base trade. I didn't think it was the right choice
yeah,
at all
a
from
lot of
Winston.
mistakes from both players. Something I did notice is no mothership core was produced that game. Such a great unit. I mean, if he had the mothership core, he could have. Well, I guess the time warp would have helped him against the Hydras a bit more. But more importantly, he would have had the recall. He could have killed the natural, recalled straight back and been fine. But no mothership core. I mean, it wasn't even picked off. He just didn't make it.
Indeed, that's absolutely insane. That game, I could not have predicted going into that game that A, we'd see a Robo, and B, we'd see that epic a base race. That actually somehow topped the third and fourth place base race in the first game.
Yeah, and also the base race, Splinter versus Moon Baby in the round of 4.
Indeed, that's true actually. Cool. Again, every time I say it, new maps get games like that.
Yep, that is true.
And pretty much every time we've seen a new map, we've seen an awesome game.
And no surprise, the next map will be Akilon Wastes, Splinter's choice.
It's going to be tough. Roxy's getting a little bit of momentum going, I suppose. Although there was that game in between, actually, thinking about it. But yeah, he's still on the ropes. You know, still one game away from losing.
Yeah, he's only one game away, but Splinter as well, after looking so dominant in the first two, he's two games away from losing. I think he's really feeling the pressure. I think he's going to say to himself, last game I tried to mix it up. I went for the Forge expand. I didn't go for the Gateway expand. I made a Robo. I've never done that before in my life. This time I'll stick to what I normally do, and I'll win easily. And I think at this point, Splinter's only scared of Mutalisk. I don't think he's scared of anything else Roxy can throw at him. That said, though, an all-in could be devastating at this point.
It would take massive cojones to do an all-in at this point.
Roxy, of course, being a girl's name, I don't think Winston has enough balls.
I don't think he has the balls either. But you never know. It could work.
He isn't a member of the Pussy Clan. He is not a pussy. He could go for an all-in.
And he's definitely not the biggest pussy.
Yes.
So here we go into Akilon Wastes. Last time we saw this map, we saw the double natural cancel into third cancel into building roaches and off one base.
Yeah, I believe that was El Mordeno.
El Mordeno. I'm glad that has a name. Well, again, top left position seems to be his favourite position of the day. We have ISL Roxy taking the last game.
And the bottom right, Hot Wheels of Steel's Splinter, aka Glen, leading the series 3-2, but feeling the pressure, dropping the last map on Frost to a base trade.
No 6 pool, no 8 pool. Are we going to see a hatch first?
I think we're going to see. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to be seeing Gateway expands for the rest of this series. And
yeah, he's not going to mess around with the Forge expand anymore. That didn't work out for him at all last game, really.
Well, I wouldn't quite word like that. I think it was really close. I think if he played a bit differently, he would have won. Like if he had a mothership core with a recall, he would have been fine.
He could have shut down those mutas.
If he got that gas at the natural, he would have been fine because he would have had so many more stalkers.
Yeah, if he hadn't idled 16 probes for 30 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of shaky, uncharacteristically sloppy play from Splinter in the last game.
No, he doesn't seem like that kind of player. He seems like a very, very solid player usually, and that was a bit weird.
And we do see again no scout yet for Splinter. I imagine we're going to see once again the Zealot scout. And damn, Roxy playing it safe for the first time. Pull before hatch. He's probably saying, I know you went forward to expand last game. You probably tried to cannon rush me, but you didn't scout me quick enough, so I'm going to play it safe this game. I'm not getting cannon rushed. But of course, none of that is going on, because the gateway is on the way.
We'll see the cyber core go down in a second. Probes going on to gas.
Of course, Splinter really favouring the 1 gas. Another popular build for Protoss is getting the 2 gas early on, about 14-15 supply, and putting 2 probes into each. That gets you more gas in the long run, because you have the choice of going 3-3 a lot earlier. But Splinter favouring the 3, I mean, he really likes to delay that second gas. That really makes his gateway pressure a lot more potent, because he does have so many more minerals.
So for the part where he rarely ever actually goes for the gateway pressure.
Yeah, I mean,
he always threatens to do it, but never, and doesn't always pull through with it, which is, I guess, kind of good mind games, especially if you're playing an extended series.
Yeah, well, this is an extended series.
Sorry, a longer
that
series,
has certain
that's what I meant.
connotations to it.
Yes, that wasn't quite what I meant.
Yeah, I forgive you. But do the viewers forgive you? If you
doubt it.
if you forgive Bradley, say so in chat. We'd love to hear.
If you forgive me, say Kappa, and that'll be fine.
And we do see standard play. Well, as the gas goes to 100.
Necrosaint in chat says, "I thought Winston was dead."
I think everybody did.
I think Winston thought he was dead.
Oh, Winston has 5 drones hugging the hatchery.
Are they Derricks?
Yes.
Loads of Derricks!
What are they doing?
Our first Derricks of the ISL.
Oh,
I'm so excited to see them. Oh, they're back to mining. Only temporary.
Okay, it's because he was microing these Zerglings.
These Zerglings.
2 die. It's not too bad.
Again. Yeah,
he could have saved them though. If he was like sulky, man, sulky wouldn't have lost any.
But he's not sulky.
No, he's not even Korean Grandmaster.
He rhymes with sulky.
Roxy sulky.
He's a rapper.
Indeed.
They have sick flows.
And surprise, surprise, same build once again from Splinter, getting the 4 gates. And I think if this mothership core pokes out, then we'll be seeing the pressure. Ooh, the probe right around the map. It looks like the idea of pressure is at least on his mind. Would the Link see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must have.
He saw it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And he does turn around, albeit a bit late. If he was sulky, the probe would be dead. Just saying.
The probe might just get up. No, he sees it, and the pylon won't even go down. Probe's dead.
And the mothership core is poking forward, but a second probe isn't being sent out. So it looks like
the 4-gate pressure is shut down completely.
Yeah.
Not happening.
And the Stargate, surprise, is on the way.
That's good for Winston, I feel, because when the 4-gate pressure has come in, he's kind of fallen apart.
32 Lings out. There's 32 Lings out.
Going for a run by.
And the mothership core is out of position.
The sentry's out of position. Oh no, Zealot's coming in.
The mothership core won't be able to photon overshot. Okay. There's not enough deep. He needs to focus on the wall, not the Zealot. Focus on the wall, not the Zealot. More Zealots being warped in because he hasn't got enough gas to warp in a sentry just yet. This more Lings on the way. This is El Clasico. El Clasico. It's El Clasico.
It is El Clasico.
It's El Clasico. The mothership core. The mothership core needs to come back. Okay, just now coming back, and he needs to set up that poison overcharge.
Macro. He needs to attack that end gateway. He's
second layer coming up.
Lings here. Got rid of one, but he's
too many Lings going down for the Zealot. I don't like this Zealot warping placement. They're gonna get surrounded and die really quick. Drawing the Zealots out and getting us around. Some mismicro from Splinter. He needs to put them in hold position. Forge finishing. Expect cannons down. I can see Roxy in the booth. He's smiling to himself. He's smiling. Photon cannon going down. Photon overcharge goes down. But he's gonna bust the wall. There's no sentries being warped in. He needs to warp in sentries.
Gonna get in the main.
But he can't warp in sentries. He only has 1 warp gate. He's gonna go into the main. Roxy's gonna take this. Roxy's gonna take this.
Game in the palm of his hands. There's not really a lot Splinter can do at this point.
I mean, there's more. Cancelling the. There's 2 cannons, but they're not well protected. The Lings can just hug them. El Clasico winning the game for Roxy. I mean, Splinter walls off again, but it doesn't matter. There's too many Lings anyways, and the reinforcing Lings will be able to break through anyways.
Quite a lot of the Zerglings at the moment. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, I really would like to see him just stay in the main, kill the core, no sentries, kill the Stargate, no Void Rays, kill the Warp Gate. But
Photon Overcharge ready to go down if he needs it, and there it
but
goes.
even then, if you look at the map, the Photon Overcharge doesn't protect the left-hand side. He can still break this down, and the DPS of the Mothership Core and a sentry isn't really that much.
On that gate, and then go into the main. Go into the main.
Go into the main. Instead,
Gonna kill the sentry, but was it worth it? I don't think so.
How is Glen holding? 38 probes. This is insane. I can't help but feel that Roxy really needs to stay into the main with all those Lings. He's gonna break down the wall. He needs to go into the main. Main. Okay.
Oh God, there we go. Okay, and now we can start harassing.
Okay, there's 3 gates. Oh, there's a gap. More Lings on the way. Oh, and such a bad mistake. Roxy, I think he got too excited. He has so many minerals. He's queuing up the 3rd hatch. which is why it's a bit low now. But he had about 800. Imagine if that 800 was put into Zerglings. He needs to run past. That's not ward off. He can run past. He needs to recognize that. Wow, what a hold from Splinter.
That's unbelievable. I thought Roxy had won.
Yeah, Roxy had won, but he just decided, I'm gonna sack all my lings into your Nexus with Photon Overcharge. If we look at the units count, 30 drones to 46 probes, Stargate operational, Forge is up, Cannon's up, Splinter's in a fantastic position, and if history is anything to go by, if Splinter's in a fantastic position, then he's probably going to win.
Yeah, Roxy has the biggest uphill battle of the tournament on his hands right now.
He had that game won. I don't know how he threw it away. Plus
By
one.
not going into the main and just murdering everything for free.
Yeah, I mean,
this
pylon. I mean, if he killed the pylon, then there'd be no. I mean, the gateways at the ramp were all killed. If he killed the pylon and the depowered that gateway, no zealots or sentries would be able to warp in. He'd be able to kill the main, wait for the photon overcharge, or more links to come, and then just kill the probes. I think. Oh my god! I think this tells the tale all by itself. Click on that Nexus. Kills 35. That Nexus killed 35 Zerglings.
That's outrageous. That is. There are no words to describe a Nexus with 35 kills. That's why it's blank. That's why it has no rank.
No rank.
Blizzard could not think of a word that honors that Nexus enough.
I mean, imagine if those 35 Lings weren't killed by the photon overcharge. I mean,
imagine if they were in the main.
Yeah,
right
I mean,
now.
5 or 6 had to die. Such sacrifices have to be made. Like when you run past, someone's gonna die. But if those 30 odd Lings were just in the main, nothing could be done.
One of the cannons has 10 kills, the other one has 4, and then there were 2 other cannons that died as well, probably with about 10 kills apiece.
Roxy still has a chance. It looks
Really?
like we're going to be seeing. Well, I mean, if Sulky was playing, he'd win easily. But
He's not going to hold this push. Is my
a second Stargate on the way. That's quite interesting. I think maybe he forgot about the first one because I don't see why he'd want a second Stargate just now. Spire on the way from Roxy. That's not what he wants now. In fact, if he sacrifices this space down here, there's a lot of spine crawlers.
Yeah. He needs to stop killing these rocks.
He needs to stop making drones. 9 on the way.
The drones were going to the third, but they're not going to be able to do jack shit.
Roxy supply blocked 82 over 80. Drones abandoning this lower
I
base.
don't think he should have tried to go up to 4 bases either. He should have stuck with 3 and defended them.
Yeah, and 60. I mean, he has the worker count, but Splinter has no. Oh, he has some kind of intention of taking a third with this probe down here. But Splinter's main focus is killing him. The Lings die. Lots of spines on the way.
Spine crawlers are doing a lot of damage.
The Queen needs to transfuse. There we go. Could he hold? If he holds, okay. The drone. I like the drone pull. Spires are nearly done. If he finishes it, he can warp in about 12 meters, but I don't think it's gonna go that far. That mistake with the 20 supply against 120. We have our champion. It is Splinter. Wow, what?
Expected the Mana Nexus going into the main of Roxy.
Yeah, what a series.
GG.
It's looking so much like it was going to be a 3-3. It looked like we were going to go to the ace match.
Mana Nexus goes down.
Yeah, Splinter exerting his dominant position in this match and in the series as well. 4-2, closer than some would have thought, but still, I mean, the game Splinter won was just so dominating.
The muters pop and all immediately die except for 3 which are going to try and base race.
And Winston, 20 supply, thinking, I can still win, I have Mutalisk, but no, Roxy, you can't. But I guess that's not going to stop him from trying.
I mean,
There's even...
I think that shoots up.
There's more Phoenixes out on the map than there are Mutalisks.
That's true.
Oh, I take that back. There's 8 Mutalisks out on the map. 5
Right.
Phoenixes, but there's only 5 Mutalisks down here, and they can come back and, I don't know.
Chill out in the middle of the map. Are they going to dance?
It looks like Roxy's just composing himself at this point. I mean, it can be quite difficult for a player to acknowledge a defeat. When you've been practicing so hard and training so much, and this game is your life, it's all you do, all day, losing can be a hard thing to swallow. Mana Nexus is completing in the main base. That gives you a good idea of how long exactly Winston's been staying in this game despite being dead.
I'd like to see a recall to the Mana Nexuses.
A popular strategy Grubby's been using lately is the blue balls. What you do is you put a Mana Nexus in their base, about here, this is a good position from Splinter, and you have your army in position, and then most people would expect is you to go for the Photon Overcharge, but instead you use a Time Warp. A Time Warp, you ask? Yes, a Time Warp. You Time Warp your opponent's hatchery,
Right.
blue balls.
What? What does that achieve?
Blue balls.
Okay.
Overlords flying in, of course. Roxy has not upgraded that dropship capability, and a zero supply GG. Double
I
time
think
warp.
he wanted to go out with a bit of style. And zero supply GG is the way to go. So.
Yeah, fantasy. I mean, he even GGs with more than zero. And Hot Wheels of Steel, Glen, Splinter is our champion. I didn't even try. I didn't even try to pronounce his last name. The entire
I hope
cast.
I got that right. No, actually, I take that back. I hope I got it completely wrong.
I think I.
It'd be more funny if I
I'm gonna guess it's Ostacchini, but I don't know.
I can't even remember how it's spelled.
I know how.
But
it's
anyway, congrats to Splinter, Glen, for taking that game and winning 4-2 overall in the series.
And what an epic tournament we've had.
I know, some exciting games today. 2 epic base races, all kinds of weird shit. Not as many cheeses or all-ins as I'd originally hoped, although we get to see some form of El Clasico.
But what an El Clasico that was at the end. I mean, it really should have won the game.
That was almost a perfect El Clasico, apart from the part where he let a Nexus get 30.
I'm surprised Splinter didn't GG, but of course, that game shows you why you should never GG until you are 100% dead. Of course, at the same time showing.
Winston waited until he had zero.
At the same time showing why.
Sure.
At the same time showing why how you can also take it a bit too far with the zero supply GG.
That is true.
But
that is true.
What a fantastic tournament. What has been your favourite moment of this series? End of the tournament as well, actually, because this is the end.
I think I really enjoyed the base race where Roxy managed to take that game over Splinter, because I just wasn't expecting that at all. And my other favourite moment was the part where Sparhawk forgot to build a Nexus when he had 2,400 minerals.
Yeah, and that was of course the 3rd and 4th place pussy match, and that was also a very entertaining match.
that indeed it was. What about yourself, Zane?
To be honest, I've been a big fan of all these base trades as well. All of them. And the Ling run bys, whether it be 50 or 100, they're always entertaining. They introduce a lot of chaos into the match.
100 Lings, that was insane.
Yeah, that was insane.
So any chance of getting Glen in here for a post-match interview?
I will try. I don't have him on Skype, but I will see what I can do.
Alright, well, hopefully we can have a word with him, see how happy he is to take the first official ISL tournament and be going away with 1,500 ISL points, is that correct?
I believe so. In any case, it's a lot of points. I mean,
it's a lot of points. It's more points than anyone else.
I think Glen's a shoe-in for Imperial Con.
Yeah, I think you're right. Is it top 8 players going to be making it to Imperial Con? We'll have prizes, maybe. Possibly. Unconfirmed prizes. I'm going to say we're going to have prizes.
Oh, and it looks like our entertaining cast has convinced somebody to buy StarCraft.
That is fantastic. Welcome to the Horde.
It makes me happy to convince somebody to buy StarCraft.
StarCraft is rather good, as you might have noticed.
And okay, Splinter does have Skype, as expected.
Fantastic. Hopefully we can get him in.
Yeah, we will be having a Skype interview with him shortly. Of course, he's the winner of the ISL. He's the big daddy. He's the grand champion. He's the guy to beat at the moment.
And he's not the biggest pussy.
Nope. That, of course, is Lewis Mimbo, who took a very respectable 3rd place in this tournament, making short work of his teammate Sparhawk.
Indeed, he did. That 2-0 there was, almost surprising.
Yeah. I'm looking very forward to the next season as well of the ISL, which will of course be...
I was about to just ask you about that. what's the news on the next tournament?
Yes, the ISL. What comes after summer?
Fresh affair.
Spring? Is it going to be spring or winter? I don't know. We'll call it ISL Spring. ISL Spring will be announced in the next few weeks. The question on everyone's minds, I assume, will be: will anyone be able to take out Splinter? I mean, Roxy didn't look too bad. Maybe next time he'll have a better chance.
Maybe his PvP or PvT is not as strong. Maybe we'll have some freshers in then who are able to bring something more to the table.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
those other matchups.
Glen really did pull off for Naniwa. He made it through on his strong PvZ, not
Pretty
having to play
much.
against any Terrans in the playoffs.
Really, none at all.
Nope. Well, actually, I do believe he played one in the round of 8. Sorry, but it was a Gold League player. He's Master, so it was kind of an easy win for him regardless.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I am inviting Glen to this call. Hopefully, things will work out.
Hopefully we'll get him in here.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Glen. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel?
I feel pretty happy now.
What was going through your mind?
At what point?
During the last game when all of those lings came into your base.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought he was all in
He was.
with that.
Just slightly.
Yeah.
Did you expect that you were going to hold that?
I thought I'd hold because I had the overcharge. Yeah.
You really, I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but your Nexus had 35 kills.
Yeah, I had a lot of kills.
Yeah, I mean,
if I'd have had the mothership core by my Nexus straight away, it'd have
yeah,
been
that
much
was
easier.
that was a big mistake. You had it
I had
chilling
to
in the middle of the
make
map.
a wall, nothing was killing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did you feel confident throughout the entire series?
I was getting a bit peeved at those mutilisks every time.
Yeah, it looks like you
Hate
have
them.
something to work on.
Yeah.
That
Keep
does
losing
seem,
the Phoenixes.
as I said earlier, it does seem to be your Achilles heel in the PvZ matchup. With regards to the base race game, which you did eventually lose, were you expecting to lose that? I didn't really see that happening until the last moment.
On Frost.
Yeah,
Yeah, on
Frost.
Frost.
Yeah, because my probes didn't escape, so...
Yeah.
That was a big problem. I saw you trying to hide that one in the corner of your base. Your final remaining probe tried to sneak away.
I grabbed like 16 and sent them to my ult, but none of them made it, you know.
No
They all
man's
died.
land. I mean,
No,
I don't know if you noticed, but you didn't make a mothership core that game. Is that something you did on purpose?
I was just going to go for the 2 Immortal, 2 Colossus all in.
Yeah, I mean,
But
if you had that
just didn't
mothership
so
core,
bad.
the recall would have been really useful that game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
I just, because I always get it straight away with the gateway builds.
I mean,
I don't really do Forge at all.
Yeah.
I never remember to get it.
that's what I was going to ask next. What made you decide to go for the Forge expand? Because I really had you pinned as somebody who gateway expanded every game.
Yeah, I was going to cannon rush him because he goes hatch first every game, but I didn't find him first or second.
Yeah,
so.
interestingly, after that game on Frost, because you opened with a Forge, Roxy decided to go for Pool before Hatch from then on. So it looked like your Forge did have some mind game influence.
Alright, cool.
Well, you are going to walk away with, how many ISL points was it, Bradley?
I think it's 1500.
1500. It's a lot of ISL points. So you're probably a lock for Imperial Con. How does that make you feel?
That feels very good. I don't know what Imperial Con is, but it sounds good.
It's the biggest thing, man. It's a big deal.
It is super important, and it definitely exists.
Yeah.
Did you notice he made like 6 lings every time against my Zealot after I killed all his 4 lings? on
Yes,
Zealot?
yes.
Yes.
We
Like,
were
it's just
very
like
critical about that.
Blind 6 lings.
Yeah, we were critical about him losing so many Zerglings in games 1 and 2.
To be fair, when he started making Six Links,
feel
he
like
did
I
actually
should've
start to win games.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like I should just cancelled it because he was just making blind 6 lings.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
of course you did win fairly comfortably anyways. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Thank you, fans. Keep the love up. It's much appreciated.
And
Is there anything you'd like to say to your opponent after that series?
you can be rude.
Yeah, hopefully he's my biggest fan now. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. you
The
think?
question is, are you Zane's biggest fan now?
Absolutely. Why
Oh,
not?
thank you. Do you think Winston will be rooting for you in ISL spring? Not spring, autumn.
I don't know.
Or if he's your biggest fan, he probably is rooting for you.
He's still adamant that he's not. He's your
He's-
biggest fan,
I think
apparently.
he thinks he's Zane's biggest fan still.
He says a lot of lies. Well, I'm going to let you go, Glenn. Congratulations on your win. I'm sure you have lots of signatures to sign, fans to meet, expensive dinners to
you saw the
have.
crowds outside, didn't you? Were you
Yeah,
watching the
I know.
stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
I mean, it was a bit overwhelming, the whole ordeal.
Yeah, I'm sure you haven't had dealt with a situation like that before. So many fans, so many people there just to watch you play.
Absolutely.
Well, that will be it for the ISL 2013 Summer for today. Thank you to everybody for watching, and hopefully we'll be back fairly shortly with more StarCraft. Not the ISL Autumn straight away, but perhaps some show matches or something.
Love them show matches. It's very
That's
good
good.
fun.
Would you be interested in playing a show match?
Yeah.
Okay. We need to
We'll have
find...
to have you back then.
Yeah. Of course. Well, oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention before we close up. By winning this tournament, Glen has become Imperial StarCraft Society's King of the Hill. So he is open to challenges. If anyone thinks they can take out Splinter, they can challenge him in a best of 5 official King of the Hill series. Of course, they can only issue 1 challenge per month, so they need to make sure they're well prepared for it. And of course, if the...
Just go muteless, 'cause you'll probably win.
yeah.
Even if you're Terran.
Terran.
Even
Even if you
just
play
muteless.
Terran, off-raise go muteless. Okay, so that's gonna close this. This is the ISL. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.